The ultimate fishing experience is brought to you by Lund Boats. This week on the ultimate fishing experience, it's all about versatility. When Mother Nature throws you a curve, you have to adapt to the conditions or go home fishless. The ability to go with the flow, or in this case, the blow, is often predicated on having the right tools in order to effectively present your baits at the proper speed and depth to trigger strikes.
There, fish on, fish on.
Powerful trolling motors, kickers, and a reliable main engine are all necessary to get the job done right, especially under adverse conditions.
There we go. Good job, Erin. That's a dandy.
So it's time to tie your shoes on tight, pull your hat firmly on the top of your head, and tuck behind the windshield, for it's gonna be a wild ride.
Thank you very much. We'll put that in there. We'll get things rigged up here. My name's Cody Roswick. This is my daughter, Erin Roswick. We just came from Grandma and Grandpa's house. My wife's family lives out by Lake Sakakawea here. We're at Indian Hills today. We're gonna do a little pike fishing. And a lot of people don't think that pike fishing in the heat of summer can be that good, but out here on these big reservoirs, they're deep, they're cold, they take a while to warm up. And these pike are coming out of the bays out to the main lake points. We're excited to get after them. We're gonna get things tidied up here and hit the water. Well, we got a nice North Dakota breeze today, about 20 to 40 mile an hour wind. Lake Sakakawea is the biggest reservoir on the Missouri River system. I think it's 1,300 miles of shoreline. There's like it's over 300,000 acres. It's a big reservoir. A lot of deep water and then just literally thousands of miles of shoreline. And there's a lot of fish out here. The lake's in really, really good shape. There's abundant walleyes, pike, smallmouth bass. As far as game fish go, smelt are back. Everything flourishes when the bait fish population is really high. Yeah, it's extreme conditions, but if you're safe and you know what you're doing, you can tuck out of the wind and still get out fishing. Well, Erin, are you feeling it?
I sure hope so.
Yeah? What do you want to start out with first? A little trolling, a little jigging, a little casting?
Doesn't matter, you're the expert.
Okay. So we'll get to these little rocky fingers and we'll graph them.
Okay.
See if there's any fish off the end of them.
Okay.
And then we'll probably make a couple trolling passes down the end.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna switch spots with you.
Okay.
And in this wind, I'm gonna have you drive.
Jeez.
Okay?
Okay.
And just follow the shoreline down.
Okay.
And just go at idle speed. So just stay along that edge, like stay on that black line for now, okay?
Okay.
The old flicker minnow, Sakakawea Gold right here. If you could purposely make a bait for Lake Sakakawea and the rainbow smelt, the number 11 flicker minnow would be it. We'll troll along till we find an area where we're marking a lot of bait or we catch a fish.
Okay.
Or see something that looks like there's a lot of life down there.
Okay.
And then we'll switch to jigs. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay. I spent a lot of time trolling with a kicker motor, but on these windy days, it's so important to have the big motor. You just have so much more control in the wind. You got the power when you need it, and it's in the pivot point of the boat, so it just gives you a quick adjustment when you really need it on these windy days. There's a fish right there. Well, Sakakawea is at full pool right now, and the depth contours are off a little bit, and this Humminbird Helix unit has a feature on it. I'll go to the menu here. It's a water level offset, and the depth contours are off by about 7 feet, and what I can do is go down to a water level offset, and I can actually adjust and compensate for that 7 feet by making that quick adjustment there. It shows the depth contours at the proper level with and compensates for the high water mark right now. One of the other features it has is shallow water highlight. It's kind of a safety feature. It keeps you off of shallow areas. It actually turns them red on the screen. It's set at 6 feet, so you're not endangering yourself running your boat up on any hazard areas. Just the technology in these small computers is absolutely amazing. You got one?
Yep.
All right. Hold on. Good one?
Yep.
A good one?
Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Let me get the net.
There we go.
Woo! There's a good one.
Yep.
That's
It's
awesome.
huge.
Hold it up. Wow, look how thick that thing is in the back.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't even
Heavy.
get your, you can't even get my hand around it.
Nope.
Put it in the net and we'll take some pictures. Well, Erin, what do you think about calling it a day?
Sounds good.
Save our energy for tomorrow?
Yep.
All right.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Well, it's day 2 on Sakakawea. Much better weather today. We were pretty limited on where we could go yesterday due to the wind. We just kind of stayed in the bays, and today we'll be able to run pretty much wherever we want. Look like 5 to 10 mile an hour winds, perfect walleye chop as they say, and a much nicer day. So we're looking forward to catching some fish today. Well, we just got to the area we want to fish. There's a big rock spine that sticks way out into the lake. In fact, there's a couple of them here. And we marked some fish out on the end. So we're gonna take our crankbaits and we're gonna troll down the edge of this spine and hopefully contact some fish out on the end of it here. Maybe they're on the sides. And then once we make sure that there's some fish here, then we'll start casting is our plan. So we'll start out with trolling, and then if that goes as planned, then we'll follow up by casting up on these big boulders and this big rock spine that sticks way out in the lake. Still using a big motor for our trolling techniques just due to the fact that there's a little bit of a north wind. Just makes it a little bit easier. You know, we're trolling anywhere from 2 to 3 miles an hour, and this Merc 150 does a great job with that. Now, if we wanted to really slow down and pull spinners for walleyes or fish the popular slow depth technique, then I would definitely use the kicker. Well, the trolling setups we're using today are Abu Garcia telescopic trolling rods, and something that's fairly new for us, the Alphamar LC trolling reels. And some of the unique features that they have is obviously a line counter, but they also have a synchro drag system. And what that does, it allows you to back the reel off a quarter turn. It'll loosen your drag by 50%. So if you're fighting a big fish or you have a snag, you can literally loosen your drag by 50%, and then to re-engage your drag to full power, you just push your reel ahead, and now you're back to full drag where it just barely pulls out. We are using 14-pound fire line and a steel leader and some Berkeley flicker minnows, number 11 flicker minnows to be exact. Now these number 11 flicker minnows, they're a pretty good sized bait. They resemble the smelt. They've got a really impressive dive curve. I mean, they'll dive down to like 200 feet back. They'll dive to 30 feet on fireline, and that's a pretty impressive dive curve for any crankbait. We can run them in about every depth. Right now we're running them in about 12 to 18 feet. I got 79 feet back, so I got smorgasbord of smelt down there. These big clouds of smelt. A lot of people think I'm joking, but you can actually feel them tick your line when you go through these big schools of smelt. You know, your line touches them and you can just feel them kind of tick, tick, tick when you troll through these big clouds of smelt. There's the smelt. Then you put it on down scan, you can actually see the individual smelt. Then every once in a while there's a big blob in the middle of them. Well, you know what that is. That's a fish of some sort in there chewing on them. There's one. There's a big one. Get it, Erin. Good. I'll clear this other line. Woo! Well, it's a nice one, but it's not the target species.
What species is it? Walleye?
It's a big walleye.
Oh.
Nice one though. Keep your rod tip up a little bit. Don't give it any slack. There we go. Good job, Erin. Yeah. There we go. Want to hold it? Just grab by the belly. There, now hold it up. Sakakawea gold. Good job, honey.
Are we gonna keep this?
Yeah.
Walleyes are fun to catch. To fight like crazy.
Yep. All right, let's get another one. Well, it's calmed down a little bit. I think I'm gonna switch to the kicker motor versus a big engine. You can slow down a little bit and you can control your speed a little better. There's just a little more variance in your slow speed depth with a kicker motor versus the big engine. And it's nice and calm. This little motor just sips gas, so it's a little more economical. There, fish on, fish on. There we go, Erin. Good job.
I can't get it out of the thing.
Oh, no, yep, don't pump it, don't pump it.
This is a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good one. They're firing now, ladies and gentlemen. John. Okay, let out a little bit of line. All right. Look how plump the stomachs are on these walleyes. You couldn't fit another smelt in there if you tried, yet they grab a big crankbait like this. So obviously we want to catch fish today, and when we saw those big schools of smelt right off the end of those rock spines we were talking about, we deployed the crankbaits, and lo and behold, there's a bunch of walleyes down there. And we're out here to catch fish, so I guess we're not that picky. We'll continue to fish these walleyes for a while and see if we can pick up a few more. They're eating the crankbaits, that's the best part. Well, Erin, we're gonna use a little trick with Minn Kota Altera. You go to power, deploy Altera. And what we're gonna do is I'll run the kicker motor and the Altera at the same time. And then instead of having to stand back here and drive, I'll use the Altera to steer. I can control that from the remote. And then we got the best of both worlds. We got easy steering and great propulsion. So we'll give that a shot. All right. This 1875 Impact is a great boat for big water like Lake Sakakawea. The reverse chine technology gives it the ultra stable platform, especially in rough conditions, and boy, we definitely put it through the paces the last couple days. The amount of storage in this boat is absolutely amazing. You can put everything tucked away, out of the way. Everything's got a place, from life jackets to marker buoys to throw cushions. You've got center rod storage that accommodates up to 12 rods. They got a large casting platform back here, which is really nice for casting, and when you're not using it, it'll fold up into seating. So in addition to this rear seating, it's available with a full windshield or a side console like you see here. It's got a Mercury 154 stroke that pushes this boat fantastic. It's just a great all-around boat for all the big water situations out here in the Dakotas. Oh, Erin, you got one. You got one. Good job.
This is a
Feel like a good one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the net here. I'm gonna move a little bit. I can grab the net. Go backwards. Atta girl. Just keep good tension on it. Woo, digging on you. Let me turn the motor, so just keep good tension on it. It won't come off. There we go. Ha-ha! All right. Well, we came out here focusing on big northern pike, and we stumbled into a nice school of walleyes adjacent to this school of smelt. So we love to catch fish. We're not going to ignore the walleyes, are we, Erin?
No.
Happiness is catching lots of walleyes, isn't it, Erin?
It is.
Yeah. Well, great job. Oh, that was fun. Let's turn around and go through those fish again.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll probably call it a day. We're pretty close to a limit, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Sounds
Good job.
good. Are they both bucks, Dad?
They must be.
They're little, but
The one didn't have much for horns, but
the front one doesn't. But his ears are
yeah,
so.
see, yep, it does. See, the front one does have
yep.
horns, but not
Are
very
those
big.
mule deer?
Yep. That's pretty. Lake Sakakawea is such an incredible fishery, and part of the reason is because it's full right now. The water level is fairly high. We had good runoff on the mountains, and the smelt population is kind of the lifeblood of Lake Sakakawea. They're at an all-time high. There's just lots and lots of smelt. And what we're doing is we're targeting these smelt. These smelt have pulled out of the bays. They're out on the main lake points or right off the edge of the shelf on the main lake points. And we're simply just trolling these crankbaits right through the smelt and contacting these fish, whether they're pike or walleyes. Ended up being more of a walleye day today. We caught more walleyes than pike, but who's gonna complain? It's North Dakota is known for its exceptional walleye fishery, and this is Lake Sakakawea's top of the charts here. They're, like I said, those smelt are the lifeblood of Lake Sakakawea. And when the smelt numbers are high, the fish do extremely well. So look at this big school of smelt down here. There you can see it on the 2D sonar, and I'll switch it to down imaging. And you can actually see the individual smelt in the school. That down imaging, it gives such a nice clear picture. Oh, there's something streaking right through it. Down imaging just gives you a little clearer picture of what's down there. You know, it's basically black and white. It's just a two-color image, but it definitely gives you those clearer images of rocks, weeds, bait fish, and fish for that account. So. Well, we had a lot of different weather conditions in the last couple days, haven't we, Erin?
Yes, we have.
Yeah. So we went from using the main motor to propel the boat and steer. This morning it was still a little breezy, so we used the kicker motor. to troll at the exact speed. And now that it's laid down fairly flat, we've got the Minn Kota Altera down to help us steer. It's just a little bit easier to steer using the bow mount trolling motor versus that kicker. So we've used 3 different motors in less than 24 hours to propel our boat. Kind of neat, huh? Boy, these boats have a lot of tools, and they've come a long way in the last 20 years, that's for sure. You like trolling or casting better, Erin?
Trolling, because I don't have to do as much. You can eat snacks when you're trolling. You can't eat snacks when you're casting.
Always bring a lot of snacks in the boat. That's a must-have. Keep their energy levels up.
Oh, Dad, I got one.
Hey, all right. Take your time, take your time. Feel like a good one?
Yep.
Okay, good. Let me slow the boat down here. I'll grab the net. Feel like a pretty good one?
Yeah, it does.
Good. Nice and steady, slow and steady. No need to pump the rod. Let me sneak. Oh, nice one, nice one. Good job, Erin. All right. Good job, y'all. Hold them up. All right.
Thick fish.
Well, yeah, that is. Well, that about does it. We kind of had to switch gears here. We came out here to target big pike and stumbled into some nice school of walleyes.
Yes, we did.
We wanted to take advantage of that, didn't we?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, should we throw that in the box and
Yeah.
maybe pack it up, head to Grandma's house?
Sounds good.
All right, great job, honey. Okay, for all you guys that like to wear your hats backwards, this is a practical reason why you actually have to wear your hat backwards. We're in North Dakota, pike fishing Lake Sakakawea. Hats on backwards, Erin. Huh?
I'm all right.
Thanks for joining us. If you'd like more information, check out lundboats.com or these other online outlets.